to Action Coaching. We're certainly delighted that you joined us on today because we believe that God has a special coaching word just for you. We're excited about Action Coaching. This is an opportunity that we come to you each and every week to just give you some tips on how you can improve in certain areas of your life. I know in this short time we don't have time to get into detail about every single thing. We just like to give you those little nuggets that you can deposit in your spirit and you can take it and run with it yourself. You know how it is that certain things will spark other things in your life and you can go on and do the proper research in it. And that's what Action Coaching is all about. We certainly want you to hit the subscribe button and let us know that you enjoy Action Coaching. If you're watching via Facebook, hit like. We would like to know how much Action Coaching means to you and the things that God has given us to share. We would love to hear from you right here at Action Coaching. And of course, we want you to encourage your friends, your neighbors. Let them know that Action Coaching is on the air each and every week, and they need to tune into it because everybody needs a coach. Nobody makes it without either a coach or a mentor or somebody in your life who perhaps have been the way and can give you some tips as to the things that you're going to experience coming that way. Now understand, coaching is not trying to change you into a different person. Coaching is just simply designed to help you better use the gifts that you already got to your benefit. Because after all, nobody can change you from being who you are, but however they can help enhance who you are. For instance, if I don't have the gift of singing, I don't care how many people come to teach me to sing, how many people that put me in front of folks to sing, how many people that can say you join the choir and all of that. If I don't have the gift, that still is not going to certify me as a singer. But what you want to do in life is that you want to strengthen and perfect the gift that God has given you. God has given all of us gifts, and no one gift is more important than the other. Yes, people can make money out of different gifts that they have, but trust me, they had to put in a whole lot of time to get to that level so that they can enjoy the full benefit of their gift. And they weren't always like that. They needed somebody to coach them up, somebody to instruct them as to the way they should go, somebody to say what they thought was good, somebody come in and say that wasn't good. You need to put your best effort in that. That is what coaching is all about. And certainly we're excited about sharing this with you each and every week. And we're so thankful for those of you that join us each and every week and participate in Action Coaching. Now, what I want to talk about today is self-improvement. Now, notice I didn't say others' improvement. Well, I didn't say what somebody else is doing as a part of your improvement. I'm talking about self-improvement. Now, whether we want to face them or not, all of us know what our weaknesses are. That's not a bad thing. Certain areas you're just weak in. But the great thing about it is you can turn your weakness into strength. You can use your ability to make those weaknesses beneficiary to you. But all of us have them. So many times what we want to do is run to all the good things that we do. You know, and frankly, running to the good things that you do, that don't take much effort because you're pretty good at it anyway. So you just tend to run toward the good things. I remember when we used to, you ever seen when we used to coach kids playing basketball? Well, the first things the kids wanted to do was the thing he felt that he was good at. The thing that wouldn't get him most resistance. When you get out there and train them, some of them, they like to dribble, so they dribble all day long. That's all they want to do, dribble. And then you got others that just like to shoot it. Just shoot it. You know, they don't want to practice nothing else. They just want to shoot it. And so, in that kind of life, people tend to run toward the good things that they do, and they shy away from the bad things or the things that they don't do as well. They try to hide them. And you know, it's difficult to hide your weakness because at some point or some incident in life, whatever you're weak in is going to show. And sometimes it's going to show at the worst time in your life. So you have to understand your strengths and your weakness. And you have to make it an issue in order if you want to improve in life. Just as I was talking about the kids that they love to shoot the ball and others love to dribble. Well, all of that is great as long as nobody is on the floor trying to stop you from shooting it or stop you from dribbling. Then it's going to be a different experience then, because you're going to be mad because they just keep on stopping me from shooting. Because you're going to need somebody to coach you to another level and let you know that you're going to have to still learn how to shoot even though somebody is trying to stop you from shooting the ball in the basketball goal. Or if you love to dribble, then there are going to be other people trying to stop you from dribbling, but you're still going to have to learn how to dribble in such a way that you can accomplish the task that you need to be in this particular sport or be a part of this endeavor in life. When it comes down to self-improvement, every individual got to sit down and do a real appraisal about their strengths and their weaknesses. Now, most people, when it comes to their strengths and their weaknesses, first thing they do is they lie to themselves. They try to act like, oh no, that's not me, because, you know, it's hard to admit your weakness to yourself. Somebody tell you you're stubborn, and you know you're stubborn, but first thing is, no, I'm not stubborn. I'm just firm. But deep down, you know you really are. If somebody said, well, you know, you don't do this as good, then you get your feelings hurt. Talking about, you can't talk about what I don't do as good, because I know other people don't do as good too, and you don't talk about them. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. This is a self-appraisal. This has got to be all about you, in the fact that you want to strengthen your strengths and strengthen your weakness also. So that in every area, you know you're stronger in your strengths and you're stronger in your weakness too. And it only comes through doing a self-appraisal and sitting down and say, these are the things I want to work on. You know, even when you go to a coach or whatever, fitness person or whatever you want to do, the first question they ask you is, okay, first of all, what do you want to work on? And most of the time, people will say the very thing they want to work on is the thing that they're already pretty good at. Very few people say, I want to work on my weakness. You know, they'll say, I want to work at the stuff that I'm good at. When the point of the matter is, you want to work at the things that you're not good at, so that you can be strong in both areas. But very few people say that. You know, it's kind of like sometimes somebody can say, well, I want to lose weight. Okay, that's fine. Well, I want to get my body together. That's fine too. But the thing you're really saying in your mind, that there's certain foods I don't want to give up. So I want you to talk about them foods because those are the ones I like. Or there are certain areas I don't want to venture into because that's what I like and I don't want to give that up. But the issue is, if you want to be what you say you want to be, then those are things that you are going to have to strengthen yourself against till you get to a point where you've conquered that particular area. I learned early in the ministry or in things in life. I had to learn how to face things that I really did not want to face, because I felt I was weak in that area, and just to have to face it would expose me to more of my weakness and my pain. And so what I would do is just run away from that and try to move everything toward my strengths. Now, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you. I left off talking about how in my life earlier, I didn't want to deal with things that I was weak at. I felt insecure. I felt like it would expose me. I felt like I was just uncomfortable. So I'm not going to try it. And then above all, I certainly despised failure. Didn't realize that sometimes you can fail your way to success. Your failures make you stronger. They make you work harder. They make you more persistent in these things. But that was me. Now the things with my strength, I could do them all day long. They have to work hard at the things of my strength. You just feed me more of what's my strength. And I was just going to work on my strengths. I didn't want to work on my weakness. And I understand that both of them had to be strong together in order for me to have the total picture of what I want to be. So I had to sit down and do a self-appraisal. I want to encourage you today, get you out your little list. Now, if you're writing the list, it's going to be painful to you, but certainly you ought to be the one that can take the pain first. And just sit down and say, no, I'm not good at that. Say, Bishop, you're right. I'm a person, every time somebody yell at me, I just get hurt. I feel they got something against me. Right on there, need to get over that. Got places to go. Gonna have that a lot of times. Or whatever, I'm the person, I don't like to get up early in the morning. I like to start out late. Well, that's a weakness. You need to deal with that. You need to practice getting up early in the morning. Starting your day with a plan, with a positive attitude that you want to make stronger your strengths and your weakness. See, self-improvement is all about the individual. It's not about the person telling you to improve in something. And for those of you that think you can tell everybody they should improve on this and that, you're really wasting your time. Here you are. Because if they ain't made up in their mind they want to improve, they ain't going to do nothing different. You can just talk all you want, but if they ain't made up in their mind they want to improve, not going to happen. But once an individual is made up in their mind and come to the reality that I need to improve in certain areas, that's when the revelation starts to take place. See, motivation can get you inspired, but revelation gets you to work. Let me say that again. Motivation can get you inspired, but revelation gets you to work. Have you ever heard a great speech or somebody say something great and you just all inspired? Man, I feel like I can lift up the world based on that speech I heard. I feel like I can run through walls based on that speech I heard. But when you try to lift up the world and run through the walls, the world and the walls say, yeah, you can be motivated, but you're going to have a serious revelation of more things you got to do if you're going to handle us. And so many times, you see people they have a commercial on TV and say, well, let's take this particular drink or eating habit, and you see the person on there, we got so-and-so on here, used to weigh 180 pounds. But doing this and that, they are now down to a slim 101 pounds. And you be sitting there and say, oh man, I'm motivated. And you hit that phone, beep, beep, beep. Send that to my home right away. And thanks to all these delivery services we got, you can just hit it on your phone, and next thing you know, they'll be dropping it off at your house. And isn't it amazing that most people that do that, they were inspired to get it. And usually whatever you got end up holding up a space in the cabinet or being in the way of something else that you like to eat, and you ain't gonna dare touch that. But see, that's what motivation do to you. But you need revelation to say, I'm gonna put in the work. If I ordered it, I got to have the revelation that whatever I'm supposed to do, I'm going to do it. I got to have this self-evaluation that said, now's the time. This is what I got to eat and drink and exercise this particular way. I'm going to do it till I reach my goal, till I overcome the challenge, till I make what was a strength my weakness. And the thing about it is, only you can decide to do that. Nobody else can decide for you. And that's the difference in the world. There are people that can motivate you, but ultimately, for you to actually put in the work, that's something you got to decide. Now, I understood earlier that if I want to change my situation, I want to change my weakness and my strength. Make my strength strong and make my weakness part of my strength. I wanted to do both of them. And I've heard great motivational teachings and talking and felt like I could actually go tear down the wall. But only up till I decided to tear down that wall, I found out, oh, this ain't gonna be as easy as I heard it was gonna be. That there are a lot of difficult things I got to go through to get to that point. So when you have a self-evaluation of yourself, it helps you to make the decision, help you to really decide while you evaluate yourself. Do you really want to do this or not? And when you can come to that conclusion, you can save yourself a whole lot of time by evaluating yourself. I ain't talking about bouncing it off your friends and your neighbors and all that. You got to decide. Because when you decide, you're going to make up what type of coach you need to help push you to where you want to go. I'm excited that we're living in a time where we can do some amazing things. You can do some amazing things. I can do some amazing things. But we can't do them just being motivated. Motivated will have us saying, I can do some amazing things. And we can talk about it all day long. But Revelation says, I know I can do these amazing things, but I got to put in the work to be amazing and have those amazing things. Anybody that's ever been successful, anybody that have achieved good things, one thing they talk about, but most people don't listen because they're too focused on their success. They talk about how much hard work they had to put in to get to this level. Have you been ever watching any sport and you be saying, wow, how could he do that? Or how could he get hit by another football player and get back up and keep on playing the game? Or how can he hit a baseball that's being thrown 100 miles an hour? I can't even barely see it. How can he do it? Now they got revelation. What does revelation mean? They put in the time, the hour, the day, the work ethic, to doing the right thing, to having the right coach, to pushing themselves every day, to willing to take challenges, to go higher and higher in order to give them the ability to do that. That's what I'm saying on today. If you haven't done it, it's time for you to sit down and do a self-evaluation. Surely you know the stuff going on in you better than anybody else know, because we live in a society you can sometimes hide those things, but truthfully, you're hiding. When is the point where you want to reveal those things? And that's the exciting part about it. That's why coaching is necessary, to help you evaluate where you want to go and the work you want to put in, all of the great things that you're going to achieve. And I believe that when you do that, you can experience things in life you never thought you would see. Now, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'll be right back to talk to you. Welcome back. Certainly I've enjoyed what I was sharing with you on today. I want you to sit down and reach out to me on social media. You might want to hear me talk more about a different part of it, but if I hear from you, then I can take time on action coaching and get in depth about motivation and revelation and all of those things, self-evaluation, those things that you want to hear more about. I would love to hear from you. Before I go, I certainly want to sit down and encourage you to sow a seed for the support of Action Coaching. We need your financial support so that we can continue to expand and do even greater things on Action Coaching. We want to take it to a whole nother level, and we're striving to do that. There's so many things and so many platforms that we can do different things to help coach you better, and we're certainly pushing forward for that. So we certainly want to encourage you to sit down and sow a generous seed faith offering on today to support Action Coaching. And there's a link in my bio that will give you a host of ways to sow unto Action Coaching, and I certainly want you to do it on today. Thank you for your support of Action Coaching. Thank you for standing with us, and we know that God is going to richly bless you for supporting Action Coaching on today. Do it today. Help us continue to run with the dream and watch us grow in even bigger and better ways. Once again, there's a link in my bio that will give you a host of ways to give unto the ministry. And I want to encourage you to continue standing with us. As I do each and every week, I want to encourage you. Share the word with a friend and keep the word in action.